All right. Hey, what's going on? Let me see. This is coming out good. Check. Oh, yeah, we good. Gotta lower the audio. All right. Check. Check two. I can hear myself. Cool. All right. How is everybody doing today? Man, it's been a crazy week. Launched my new series on Saturday. So far, I'm really happy with the way that's coming out. Got a couple more videos lined up for that series, and yeah, I got a lot of things to bring up today. Well, not today, but I got a lot of things in the pipeline at least. One of the things that I've been figuring out and want to really like develop more is automation tools and things that we can use and leverage for automation. And that's gonna probably be a video series in itself, or maybe even like a little discovery series here on live stream on Twitch and YouTube. So that's, let me see if this works. It's going to be
nice.
There we go. That worked. But yeah, so today want to make a video that, well, a stream that really has been on my mind, I guess you can say, because it's just, it happens so much more than you think. And the frustration, yep, I'm just making sure that my audio is good. I feel like it's actually a little low. Hold on. Check two. There. Oh, you know what I did? I took off my noise gate when I was doing my video. Let me turn that back on. No, I didn't actually. I did reduce it. Check. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Dealing with co-workers and employees that work in your company, or even if you work in an MSP, your customers that are not tech savvy. And whenever you bring up a topic or a subject about anything that is related to tech and how to get them to work with you. And I think this is the number one issue in IT. Oh yeah, this is welcome to therapy, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're going to be talking about our feelings and how our own users just yeah, you know what? There's just one of those things that is just so frustrating about dealing with people that they think they know their things, and they might be a specialist when it comes to their own vertical and their own specialty, but they think that expertise, I guess you can say, transfers over. Oh my God, don't get me started. So I'll talk from my experience. So this past week, we've had certain executives. I'm just gonna leave it as vague as possible. We have certain executives that have decided to say, you know what? We've been doing the same thing for the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna do it my way. So, backstory, because I think context is everything. We have automation for a lot of things. One of those automations that I have a very big pride and joy of is whenever we get a new employee or new hire or new contractor or whatever, HR fills out a form. A very simple form. And that form gets filled out. When that form gets filled out, it triggers a series of automations that will actually go ahead and create the user in our system. Add them to the proper groups inside of Active Directory. Add them to all the permissions that they need inside of SharePoint, Office 365, and everything. There are ways also to actually have the licenses integrated inside of 365 using the Microsoft Azure Active Directory PowerShell modules. So I built all of that, and this executive says, "No, put in a ticket." I had the most. It was so like. It was
nice
to be able to say, "No, I'm closing your ticket because it didn't follow protocol." Literally, an executive that is inside of the totem pole of the company is far higher than I am, and I was able to say, "No, you're not following the procedure. I'm closing your ticket," just like that. And I told them the proper procedure is that HR opens those tickets, and yeah, the whole process went through. Part of that automation is also that we have a computer request form because we don't know what applications every department needs. So that's fine. I go in and I take a look, and these contractors or employees, they start on like in 3 days. You need at least a couple of days of lead time to be able to provision a computer. You know, we have to follow certain protocols to make sure that these computers are ready to go. We have a checklist of things that we need to accomplish before we actually, go about it. So, it was 3 days prior. Okay, we can rush it. We automated a lot of things that it really can be done in a day, or maybe just in a few hours. But 1 day passes, no form. Our help desk and the team goes in and starts messaging, "Hey, we haven't gotten your form. We haven't gotten your form." 1 day passes, 2 days passes. This is Friday, and the employees start Monday, and we haven't gotten a damn form. So I'm like, "Hey, we haven't gotten anything." That freaking executive decides to say, "No, I never got the email." One thing to learn: you never BS IT, because IT can find it out. So I went and I checked to make sure that the emails were delivered, and sure enough, they were. That's fine. Okay, whatever. He may have deleted or whatever. We send him the links. We get the notifications for one of them, because he was able to find one of them. I'm like, "There's 2. Where's the other one?" Monday comes along. "Hey, where are these laptops? Why aren't they ready? Why aren't they ready? Why aren't they ready? Why aren't they ready? We need them now. We need them now." "We're still waiting for your forms, bro." I don't get it. We don't deploy a computer unless there's a form. And a ticket does not suffice. You need a form. We get audited for this crap. We need to be able to provide these computers were requested, and we need to know what applications get requested. And then, "Oh no, they need a Mac." Why? I need a business justification on why these people need a Mac. So I go ahead and I make sure I talk to my CISO and our CTO, and he's like, "Yeah, no, the Macs are only for developers." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm overriding your request, and you're gonna get a Windows machine." So we get them a Windows machine. I'm still waiting. By the way, I'm still waiting for that second request. And all right, fine. Second request comes in like around 11 o'clock on Monday. And all hell breaks loose because these computers are not ready. And I'm like, dude, I have no form. I can't work on a form without that form being filled out. Plain and simple. I got so pissed. I had a morning meeting with my manager and some executives, and I told them, what we need, I want to express this before it even hits any of the fan, because I will defend my team. I will defend my guys to hell and back. If anybody dares to talk to my team, trust me that they're gonna feel my wrath. Like, we've had this procedure for almost 2 years, and now that this is an emergency, you want to go ahead and buck procedures? No. It's not my fault for your ignorance or your lack of organization that now I have to drop everything for you to go ahead and do your thing. Now, all right. So I had the most beautiful conversation with the higher ups, executives, and even part owner of the company. And he's like, you're absolutely right. And guess what? My team is scot-free. Because we followed the guide. We followed the procedures. We followed protocol. And if there is no protocol, then okay, I get it. But no, we have a freaking protocol for this. So how do we deal with people that you have no idea? It's so annoying. I don't get it. Why that happens, but whatever. We're gonna talk about how we can actually cope around that, because I swear that, like, one of these days is gonna freaking leave me to go home. And I'm not talking about coffee. So the ways that we can approach us as IT to be able to approach something like this is, one, training. Say, hey guys, and this is the most difficult thing for IT, where we have to be able to talk to people and not make them sound like idiots. And that sometimes is so difficult, because sometimes they make it too easy. Like, are you dumb or something? Are you, like, really? And the way that you have to approach it is, hey user, we implemented this new process, and I know that it's something new, it's something different, but let me go ahead and show you how it's done, and I'll explain to you why. And if there are executives that are very numbers driven, like, look, this will get your process, this kind of sell it to them, like, this helps your process, man. Just because you submit this ticket here and we go ahead and we do this process and we log our time and we do all the stuff, it's just a matter of, yeah, there's a manual process, but hey, with this form, you'll get it a lot faster. Like, look, just follow this form. And they'll be like, oh, but we've been doing this for years. Yeah, but doing this is gonna make your request get completed faster, because we implemented things that make things go faster. You don't have to get to the nitty gritty. Like, yeah, we went to Active Directory. We even went to our Azure. We started putting phone numbers. We started doing this. We started doing that. We started creating this awesome automation. We created like accounts in all like 5 or 6 systems. No, you don't need to really do any of that. Just like, hey, just if you do this, I can almost guarantee that your request will be taken care of faster. Why? Because 1, we don't have to do anything. 2, all of the stuff starts getting built on the back end. And just tell them, hey, just go ahead and follow this procedure, follow this protocol. And whenever I approach people with certain like new improvements with automation, because I'm a huge automation nerd, where what you need to do is just say, hey, we're making our lives easier because we're just overwhelmed, and I want to make our lives easier. I want to make your life easier. Make it about them. Like, hey, this is for you, and I'm looking to find a way to make your life better. Using this form just removes half of the work that needs to be done in the back end to get your request done faster. And all of those things, it's just a matter of learning and knowing how to sell it to them. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of skill. But just think of it on their end. They're like, oh, I push buttons with things do work. Me happy. Oog, eat. Oog, yay. Oog, ah. You gotta explain like, this is a coffee. You just, yeah. You gotta explain it to them sometimes like that. Because IT, I don't know what it is about computers. And this is something that has followed me my entire life. When people see a computer or they see some type of technology like, you know, AirPods or an iPhone or a computer or a freaking remote control that's smart ish, or yeah, anything that goes beep boop boop beep, that they immediately go to like and they just have a brain fart, and there's nothing that you can explain to them that will make it comprehend. Obviously you'll have the people that are tech savvy, and then from there you just like, look, this will make your life easier, this will make my life easier, because we did things in the back end to make things make things happen, and everybody becomes happy. But no, you gotta like, okay, we got to go, just this will make your life easier, don't worry about it. But how? Just, we made some magic. It's magical dust. That's what we did. We made a magic potion to make our life easier. And that's really what it is. Make it about them. Make the whole thing, hey, we're going to make your life easier. We're going to make your request easier. We're going to make that thing that you want super fast be done faster if you follow this. If you do not follow this, it's going to take a lot longer. The second thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that this is properly documented. And documentation was one of those things that we talked about it last week. And oh my God, I hate documentation. I am one of those people that I do not like to document. I don't. And I'll be very blunt. I do not like to document. I don't care. I don't like to document. But it does make my life easier. And in our case, in our field, having documentation and a standard operating procedure, a SOP or SOAP or whatever, SOP, whatever your company likes to call it. Once you have a standard operating procedure where people can follow to do the things that are supposed to be done in a organized manner, because you're an organization, and in organization you need to be organized. What a concept. You need to be able to properly use the organizational processes so they can operate as an organization in an organized way. How many more times can I say organized in a different matter? So the thing is, the hardest part is getting the buy-in from the executives that actually make policy changes, and getting the policy changes to be adhered to. Depending on your organization, that means HR gets involved, or the managers, the managerial staff, or maybe even director staff will need to be involved. Or maybe you can just, it depends on your organization, how big or how small it is, has to be handled that way. And just go from there. And sometimes it's just one of those things where you just hitting your head against the wall 1,000 times just to be able to get things done. Or you want to get things accomplished a certain way, you need to be able to get the people's buy-in before you do anything else. And that's really has been my successes, at least in the years that I've been in the field. Being able to go in and say, "Hey, look, user, you put in this ticket. A few. No, that's gonna be that's actually another topic. I'll get to it now in a minute. It's like, hey, user, you put in this ticket, or you follow this procedure. Oh, actually, no, I'll even go any further. They're like, hey, you really want to make this super easy? This will actually automatically create a ticket for you. And once that ticket is done, we can do so many other things that are already built into place, and go from there. The other thing, and this is the bane of every IT person's existence: people that do not open tickets for their problems. They send you a message in Teams or Slack or an email, or they just walk by your desk like, hey, I got a problem with my computer, can you go and help me out? Did you submit a ticket? Oh no, I haven't gone around to it. I'm like, cool, I got a bunch of tickets I need to work on. Put in a ticket. What I have two ways of going about this. It's like, hey, I have no problem helping you out. Just put a ticket in. I'm a little busy right now, and I'm gonna forget. After this conversation, I'm gonna dive into something, and I'm gonna forget everything that you just told me. Just put a ticket so it reminds me. Or, hey, that's perfectly fine. I have a bunch of things, and I need to put your ticket in the queue because my managers are yelling at me. You know, I've actually used that line multiple times. Like, hey, my higher ups are looking at my numbers and they're saying there's low, so I need you to put a ticket so I can work on that. I actually had, I had an email sent over to my CISO telling, I sent him an email. I'm like, hey, please send this out because I have people that are approaching my guys without a ticket, and they're helping them because they're nice guys. And you know, I don't want to hammer them for no reason because they're doing their job. The problem is that nobody's opening tickets, and I can't see that. So I told the guys, as soon as you see this email sent from the CISO, you're immediately stopping and you're creating a ticket, or you're waiting for a ticket, and that's it. Plain and simple. You do not talk to anybody unless you're just schmoozing, which I have no problem you guys smooching around. But if there's no ticket, you do not lift a finger. And I told them, you lift a finger, I will write you up. You need to be able to document your time. Because if somebody decides to say, hey, these people are not working, I'm like, that's BS because I've seen them work. Oh, how can you tell? I don't see the numbers. You gotta sometimes talk the numbers game with the proper executives. So I told them that, and it's been heavenly bliss ever since. Because no ticket, no laundry. That's the way I see it. No ticket, no food. You know how you go to the deli and you try like, hey, I need a pound of meat. Ah, you got a ticket? No, get a ticket, and you follow it. Because if you don't get organized like that, there's an organization. In some places, that's like a curse word. Organization. I think I'm gonna make this into like a short or something like that. What happened? Let me see. Alright, give me 1 second. My TV broke. Oh, YouTube crashed. Sorry about that. The Apple TV wasn't working. So there's certain things, and you have to understand your company's culture, or your client's culture. You have to understand how they function or how they are dictated or how the political game behind it, because a lot of it is political. You need to know and need to understand the players that you're playing against, and how the strategy is. Sometimes you just gotta go brute force and say, hey, this is how it's done, and I don't give a damn what you think. This is how it's done, and everything else, I'm just gonna ignore the crap out of it, which I can get away with where I'm at because I got that much pull. The other times you gotta, like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna make your life easier, but just follow this thing. It's gonna make your life easier. Don't worry about it. And people eat that up. There's just, again, not, these are not the two like foolproof methods, but these are two that have actually worked in my experience. And then the other ones is like, hey, look, man, we're making a lot of changes. we're modernizing our stuff. We're gonna make some real cool, like, we're getting up to the 21st century. If like you're dealing with a company that's been doing with old technologies and like things that are just not automated or just old tools, and like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're making things more streamlined, and people like, especially executives, like, look, man, we're just working on things to improve our processes, so we have less wait or like downtime between like requests. Like, for example, and this is something I would love to get into. And sorry, I'm fixing a cable here. I would love to get into like a video series of how to automate things using Microsoft Office 365. Where the hell did this go? Here it is. And the automation opportunities that you can get from just leveraging what they call Power Apps and Power Automate. And that's going to be something that I can hopefully bring up into a video series, because once you open up that, forget about it. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing in the video series is automations and automation tools and automation scripts and PowerShell, especially PowerShell capabilities inside of Windows Server Core. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. And I just need to be able to come up with, hey, you want to be able to do this, or you want to be, let's say that you have like, 5 different systems, and they all have APIs, but they all do different things. I need to find like actual systems that have APIs, or like systems like maybe an open source ticketing system. I'll probably just build like a fake ticketing system, and I'll probably build like a couple of 2 or 3 fake things that integrate with Active Directory just to use, or stuff like that. There's ways of doing it, but what I would love to do is just show you guys how to do all of that. Because if and I mentioned this, if you don't embrace automation, you really need to be you need to check yourself. And I think where you need to start checking, what is your specialty? And your specialty is, let's say Windows. Why aren't you automating things in PowerShell? Well, you want to do things manually. Okay, how much time are you spending doing things where you should be really focused on just getting better yourself, or improving things? Like, let's say that you're running a Windows Server 2008. You need to get that out of the way, but you don't have time. If you automate those stupid mundane tasks out of your mind, out of your hands, then you're going to be able to approach and do things that you're going to be able to do, because now you have free time. I had to do that because I was running an entire help desk by myself during COVID. It was just me. And it was literally, I was managing almost 90 users for almost 2 years by myself. Guess what I did? The tasks that took me the most time, I automated it. And if it took me more than 15 minutes on a repetitive task, I automated it. Simple as that. And if I couldn't automate it, I was trying to find a way to replace it. There's nothing else to it. That's it. I think I just got an idea. I don't know if I wanted to do it. I don't think so. I don't want to. No, I don't. No, because I need to get rid of that system. Never mind. Sorry. Ooh, I had an idea. But yeah, like there's things that like if you have systems that are running server 2008, what are you doing? If anything, if you don't have a good financial reason, you should really be getting off these systems ASAP. You need to be running the supported services of Windows. If you're running server 2008, you are extremely vulnerable. Make sure that thing's not on the network. Just, yeah. And I get it because finances are hard for a lot of companies, and being able to justify the licenses for Windows is a pain in the butt. One thing I love about Amazon. Amazon is just one of those things where the pricing makes sense, and you put everything in the cloud, it makes sense. But I can also understand that it's pricey as hell. So, but yeah, that was a quick talk. I feel like I could have talked more about that. I've only been up for 33 minutes. Yeah, I've only been on for about 33 minutes. I think we can have more topics in this. I don't know if you guys have something you guys want to bring up. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Oh, whatever. So, couple of things that I do want to continue working on, and hopefully get to finish this week is the next video in the series, where, well, I mentioned we're gonna do DHCP on Windows Server Core, and being able to manage and maintain these servers. A server core is so powerful, and I think it's just one of those things where people don't really appreciate. Don't appreciate the capabilities behind it. And I'm gonna come up with a script on how to do this. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry. I had to make some notes really quick. I just got an idea. So, one of the what I want to accomplish now is becoming I think a thing that I'm going to be challenging myself to do is the capabilities that you can do inside of PowerShell and the capabilities you can do inside of Server Core. Amongst a bunch of other things, what I do really want to accomplish is the video series that I'm working on right now, Server Core, is basically building out an entire server, basically an entire corporate system, technically, to be part of, on Server Core, and being able to build these things out with tools that just are readily available. And I think one thing that I'm going to try to deep dive into is VS Code. Visual Studio Code is such a powerful tool that I don't think is leveraged enough. But it gives you such a deep integration with your systems. And I haven't even scratched the surface yet. But, well, that's a whole subject for another time. Being able to build out scripts and tools and stuff like that in a way that you could make your life easy. Again, it's all about automation, and Server Core is built around just being like almost as Linux as you can get in Windows. And it's PowerShell. A lot of it, not a lot. 90% of Windows is PowerShellable. And the other 10%, you can find a module that will do it for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have something that I want to look into. Did it stop? Yes, I want to continue watching. So my wife wanted to find a way for me to send text messages to people, and I think I just found it, and I can automate it. Why isn't there a Docker for this thing? I really like this music. All right. Still looking for some more stuff here. All right. Well, looks like I can't. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna work. All right. Well, I'll have to continue digging on that one. But for now, I have been playing a game that has really been like a throwback for me. It's gonna be loud, isn't it? Okay. Yep, it's loud. Let me see if I can get this to work. Oh, that's not working. Let's see. There we go. So I need to fix the audio too. Game audio. There we go. Which one is the game audio? All right, let's see if this works. Hey, there we go. Can I play online? Let's see how I do with this. Oh no. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Game capture. There we go. Oh, this is gonna get fun. Oh wow. Oh, Singapore is gonna be worse. No, desolate already. Oh, that's actually better. Oh, it's rendering so bad. Wow, really? that later. Oh, it's not picking it up. There we go. Cuba. Yeah.
Get an air tag
Yeah.
right away.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah, a family in Disney.
Hmm.
That thing was tracking them for 4 hours before they.
Yeah, they're probably not paying attention to their phone.
That's how freaking.
I know.
I was reading there that they are dumping them.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's in the car.
You will get the notification. And then if you have Android, they won't get notified.
I think on my phone.
On every iPhone. No, it's on.
Those suspicious that Apple will come out with.
Huh?
It's a real crazy that Apple will come out with. Knowing that they put the.
I don't know why they did that though.
Because they're part of the country. Okay, figure out that thing.
I tried. It doesn't exist.
So I have to do it on the one.
Oh, she better now. Perfect. I'm leaving now.